say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Golden State Warriors. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. Taking a look at Minnesota, they've put together the 6th best record in the conference. And checking out the Warriors, they're currently the 8th seed.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, they've looked rock solid this season. They just need to stay on target and prepare for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team could take it to another level if they get rolling.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. The combo up front is Draymond and post. D'Anthony Melton out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Moody in at the 3. And for Minnesota, Randall and Gobert are in the middle. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Here we go, Grant. This is game 1 of this series between these two squads.
I can't wait, B.A. It should be very interesting. These teams might not want to show their whole hand in game 1. Keep some surprises up their sleeves.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the score by Minnesota. Back to Curry. Screen by post. 4 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. The kick out, Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's McDaniels off the drive.
An aggressive move by McDaniels, a guy who keeps growing his game.
And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. 4-point game. Last time they met was in the Bay Area.
Last game, their starting lineup struggled to stay on the floor. It just put too much pressure on the bench.
And they were mired in foul trouble the last time they played. Let's see if they can avoid that this time out.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. DiVincenzo finds Gobert. For 3. And DiVincenzo with a basket on the assist by Randall.
Nice answer by DiVincenzo. And this is the league right now. Quickly exchanging 3.
The 3 from Curry. And the Warriors with another 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Randall inside. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, B.A. So those playmaking decisions in the moment are a lot easier said than done.
Now here's Melton. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Right side Edwards. And he buries his first look.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player, skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Curry surveys. Green, a screen. Curry, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside McDaniels. Randall finds Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo. And the three off target. Warriors trail by 5. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. We look forward to working with someone like that. Guys, back over to you.
Has them bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And it seemed like they lost track of time. The shot clock, in that case, got the better of them.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
Now here's Curry. He has 6. To win the drought, the long-distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 9 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Fields checked in for the Warriors. Pajemski comes in for Melton. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. Conley against Curry. Reed for 3. Knocks down the triple.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Pass to Green. Takes a 3. Sinks the tray. 12 points for him.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Reed for 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Such a confident shooter. Reed was ready as soon as the ball got to him.
Back to Curry from behind the arc. Minnesota with a rebound. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
Yeah, they know they should have played better in that one. I'm not quite sure what happened.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
Now here's Pajemski. No points so far. Outside Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. It's Minnesota up 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And also, I like how they've let it fly from the three-point line, shooting with confidence so far in this one.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. They've got Buddy Hield, Al Horford out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Outside Reed. Pass to Randall. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Yes, we've seen the range from Randall, but at his core, he's a big who excels around the hoop.
When it comes to Randall, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no questioning Randall's ability to score and rebound down low, and his post-passing gets overlooked sometimes, too.
Pass to Dillingham. Outside Reed. Lets the three fly. Warriors with the rebound. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
You know, in that game, it was just too much disparity in effort level between the two teams, especially on the glass.
Well, truth be told, they got pumped on the glass. That was the difference in the game.
Clark outside. Pass to Reed. Horford with a steal. He's guarded by Conley. Outside Pajemski. Now Healed. 6 to shoot. Over Dillingham. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Outside Conley. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Healed. The Warriors trailing. Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The shot's good.
And I like whenever Hield attacks inside like this, exploiting the defense when they give him these chances.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Dillingham. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Green against Randall. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Showing off the handles. Randall calling his own number.
And a deep three from Curry. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Outside McDaniels. Randall outside. Just 5 to shoot. Horford with some nice D.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
From deep, Melton. Rebound, Minnesota. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. DiVincenzo's got his second basket on the night. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
Here's Randall. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Reed's checked in for Randall. And Golden State also making a switch. Post is checked in for Horford. Warriors trail by 6. Melton outside. Back to Curry. Inside. Here's Post. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Off target from outside.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And here's Post. Now Curry. Outside, Green. Over Reed. And it's Green missing. Minnesota leading by 4. Pass to Moody. Outside, Green. Now here's Curry. DiVincenzo covering. The shot. Shot is good by Curry. Curry's got 17 points.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by a bucket. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm with Coach Curry.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they were in a close game.
Well, they're executing well, and that's been the difference.
Yeah, they know where their bread is buttered, and they go back to it over and over again. And guys, let's take a moment to recognize the top performer for each squad thus far.
Yeah, they're both smart-driven, extremely talented. They've been putting on a show, man.
Taking control individually and as the leaders of their teams. We are watching greatness.
Thanks as always for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Golden State has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Graham.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second chance opportunities. And you know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board. Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Randall. That one doesn't drop. Green with the defensive effort. Moody passes to Curry. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. 6 on the shot clock. For the lead. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
There's a screen for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. DiVincenzo with the steal. Randall on the screen. Edwards, a pass to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
What a well-placed screen by Randall. Not only helping the ball handler, but also making some room for himself.
Let's see the stat sheet here for Moses Moody.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. Outside Edwards. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. McDaniels rebounded by Green.
I mean, that's the shot to take. He just couldn't get it to go.
Moody with it, working on McDaniels. Oh, a strong finish from Curry.
Love the intensity from Curry, finding a way to work through the contact.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Over Moody, and there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by DiVincenzo.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. Smart shot selection.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Outside Curry for the tie. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Guys, back to you.
He can lock it down. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
First one falls for him. And the Warriors making a switch here. Podziemski's checked in. Good on both.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
Minnesota in the lead. Here is DiVincenzo. He's got 5. McDaniels passes to Randall. Here's the teardrop. The Warriors pull it in.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Melton passes to Green. For the lead. Offensive rebound. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Edwards with it. He has 6. Out to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. McDaniels can't hit. Golden State is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Moody passes to Green. And the Warriors miss again. For Minnesota, they've gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. And stolen by Green. Left side Moody. Outside Green. Pass to Podziemski. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Post. Green for 3. Again, Green missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Outside Moody. 41 seconds left in the third. Green, a screen from deep. Melton. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The kick out to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. On the wing, Green. McDaniels covering. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Randall, good. 14 points for Julius Randall.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's Minnesota up 6. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for Golden State to start the fourth. Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. Kuminga is out there with Al Horford, and it's Hield in at the small forward position. Pass to Kuminga. Horford outside. Clock at 6. Here's Curry. And down it goes. 2 points. Curry's got 24 points.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Here's Randall. Horford pulls it in. Warriors trail by 4. Outside heel. Curry passes to Horford. Kuminga with it. Randall's in his pocket. From downtown, Curry splashes it in.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And Minnesota making a change here. Edwards is checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Green is checked in. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Horford outside. Green, the pass to Curry. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win and reach, don't expect him to let up.
Pass to Reed. Conley looking for an opening. Fades away. Randall can't hit. Here's Golden State. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Conley against Curry. Look at Curry shaking off the contact.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Outside Conley. Pass to Edwards. The shake. Now here's Reed. Outside Conley. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Reed. And Jaden McDaniels subbed in for Clark. The Warriors lead by 4. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. On the wing, Green. Melton outside. The dive for the ball. Now here's Post. Defended by Gobert. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Now Randall. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Well, in that situation, you know Randall's going to be calling for the ball. That's a nice take.
Edwards against Melton. Curry. Shot clock at 5. 17-footer on the way. Gobert pulls it down. And so Randall will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now Edwards. Now here's Gobert. Outside Edwards. Here's Randall. Beyond the arc. That's off. Outside, Green. Now Curry jacks up a 3. McDaniels with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
To tie it up. The shot is money.
A smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
The Warriors have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th. Here's Green. Oh, missed on the tray. Outside Edwards to take the lead. Oh, it doesn't go. Golden State has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Oh, Curry doing what he does best.
And you can trust Curry in these moments. The pressure doesn't affect his shooting ability, and he knows how to deliver.
Edwards! No good from 3! Golden State has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Here's Curry. For 3. Oh, it doesn't go. Now Edwards. Lob City! And Bam delivers.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now. Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Turning here to our analysts, what elements become the primary keys at this point?
And there's enough time on the clock to go for a 2-for-1.
It's a three-point game. Edwards looking it over. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Randall can't get the 3. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. And he commits the intentional foul. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. And Minnesota calls time here. They trail by 4. All right, guys, what's your take?
It's going to be tough. They've got to get a quick hoop and then immediately foul.
Edwards fires! Misses the 3! And so the big win by Golden State in a tight game. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Stephen, a slow start. Did something feel different for you in the second half?
No, just made some shots. It's really the best explanation I got for you. We got challenged at halftime in terms of getting a little edge around what we were trying to accomplish tonight. It took us a while to really gain momentum in this game.
Well, the adjustments paid off. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Stephen Curry.